Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Bertrude, and it may seem a little bit weird that you're hearing my voice, but you cannot see my lips moving there on the left. And there is a very simple explanation for this. For some reason, when I was recording this video, the audio decided that it didn't want to record. I watched it back and I was very confused. It was a very confusing time for me. I was rather upset because I thought it was quite a good audio recording that I went with this video, but you know, it is what it is. You've got to just move on and deal with it. So I'm doing some post-commentary audio for you, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about this fight. It's the Ruin of Nergigante, and we've started things off there with a lovely jubbly wallbang, and we're following that up into some big boy charge slashes. Now we all love a good charge slash, don't we? We all love that big damage, but unfortunately I missed that last hit, and I didn't get the big crit, and I only got a little bit of damage, but I'll take it. You know, any damage is good damage in my books. So this fight starts, and I do get carted relatively early. Now I kind of figured out right away with this one that I wanted to get the tenderizers going so I could get those nice crits, because you know he's got some big wings on him, he's got some big old legs on him, and they're all kind of obvious targets. So I did want to make sure that I got them tenderized. You can see I just took my first feint there. Look at my stupid face. I'm all very disappointed about that first cart in my bacon and eggs hoodie. It's a very fluffy woolly hoodie that I like to wear when it's cold. But I just got my first feint of the fight, and I was just thinking, you know, I've never fought this monster before. It's obviously quite a different variation of the Nergigante. I thought it was going to be hitting quite hard at this point and maybe have some different moves in its arsenal and stuff like that. So I weren't too fussed about doing it the first time. I just went in and I just wanted to see what it was like, maybe learn some of its moves and just see how the fight goes. Give it my best shot, see how it goes. Now you can see here again we're going for the clutch claws, trying to tenderize that head. And you know, the tenderizations, the big slashes from the tenderizations, get some good damage on them as they are, you know, so I'm always looking to do that. It is something I've kind of put into my hunting lately, trying to get as many tenderizers as I can, especially with these bigger weapons. It definitely helps just getting the damage in, maybe when you're struggling to get some damage from other forms, do you know what I mean? If you're struggling to get some hits in any other way, it's always good getting a clutch claw and a tenderize. Now I do absolutely love this area of this map. There's loads of slopes in this little sandy area, and you can really take advantage of that with the sliding jumping attacks. I managed to mount the Nergigante there, and I managed to take him down and get some good damage in while he was wiggling around on the floor like a little salmon. A little salmon out of water. He was wriggling around, he didn't know what to do with himself, and while he was on the floor I got some good damage in, but it made him angry. It made him angry, and he's come back for some payback. And you can see now, you know, I get the tenderize on his arm, but I take some damage for it. He falls on me there, my health's low, and then all it takes is one little dive bomb, and I faint again. And you can see there, I'm very disappointed. Look at my stupid face in my stupid hoodie, my lovely warm stupid bacon and eggs hoodie. But coming back from that second feint, I had a bit of a brainwave, and I realised that I just weren't guarding. I weren't guarding with my weapon. I weren't guarding with my greatsword, and the greatsword does have a very good guard on it, but I weren't using it. I was like, why aren't you guarding, Bertrude? Why aren't you guarding, Brett, you silly boy? Start guarding and you might not faint as much. So I took that kind of idea forward, make use of the guard, try and start mitigating some of this damage that's coming in, and get the damage in when I can. Block when I can, get the damage in when I can, and the fight all of a sudden starts going a lot better. It starts going a lot better, but I did always have in mind that I'd fainted twice already, so I didn't have the highest of hopes, you know. I just thought, let's do some guarding and let's just take whatever we learn into the next attempt after we inevitably die again and the quest is over and the hunt finishes, you know. I kind of weren't expecting anything to happen after this point. It was just a case of, let's just keep going and let's learn. So you can see there we just ran off and we're into the second phase. We start with a nice wall bang. Everyone loves a wall bang, guys. Everyone loves a wall bang, and we follow that up with some nice sweet damage. The greatsword is so satisfying. Look at that, over 1,000 damage on that one. Absolutely beautiful. I put the greatsword off for a long time, you know. I don't know why I did. I don't know why I did, because once I started using it, honestly, it just feels so nice and it's so satisfying. You could see there I got a couple of nice blocks on those attacks. And I put a little present out for him. Just fall on those bombs, please. There you go, nice bit of free damage. And he's down, you can see his horns are cracked. He's in a world of trouble because he's got a big old charge slash coming his way. Nice, some good damage. He's going up, and do we block this? No, we didn't block that one. I actually missed the block on that one. I don't know what I was thinking, but he's poisoned me with something. I was trying to heal it with the antidote, but it wouldn't let me use the antidote, so I'm not sure what this actual thing is that I've been poisoned with. Is it bleeding? I presume it's bleeding. But I actually didn't have any jerky on me to cure the bleeding, so I kind of just had to deal with it, guys. You can see there again, a nice tenderise on his arm, and I see I have a chance for a wall bang. I've got the agitator skills on this build, so I can see when he's agitated and when he's not. And I can see when I've got a chance to do a free wall bang, which is something that really does help me out personally, because I kind of struggle to recognise it without being told by the agitator skill. It's just a really nice thing that I've added to my kit, using the agitator stuff and knowing when I can and when I can't wall bang for sure. Oh, I've got an itchy nose there on the left, little itchy nose while I tenderise his tail. We get a nice bit of damage in there. You can see we've managed to break both of his horns. So at this point I knew I was getting some good damage in, and I started to think, you know, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there is a little bit of a chance for this fight. Who knows? Let's just keep going and keep getting that damage in. Now I set this trap again for him with the barrels. I managed to go back to camp a little bit early on and top my heals up and top my equipment up, and that obviously meant getting a couple of new barrel bombs. So I've got them out ready. But again there you can see I noticed that the agitator skill's worn off, so I've got a chance to wall bang him again. And we missed it. Look, I'm very disappointed once again. I missed the wall bang. I've got such bad luck when it comes to wall bangs in general. Me and wall bangs do not get on in the slightest. I miss so many flipping wall bangs, and Luke is run off and I'm devastated because I've wasted my barrels. I set a nice little trap for him there and he didn't even do me the courtesy of running into him and blowing himself up. But I caught up with him and I managed to do a nice big diving plunge bomber on his head, and then I get a nice little block again, and again a nice little block. You can see how much better this fight is going once I had this amazing brainwave that maybe I should start blocking with this weapon. As soon as I did that, the fight turned in my favour. Again, now we're going for another wall bang. I spin him round, and I know, see, please hit that wall. I know straight away. You could see what I said there. I said, please hit that wall, because I knew. I just knew, guys. It was just inevitable he was going to miss. Now you can see here I went for a cheeky little weapon sharpen there because I've got the rock steady mantle on. And I knew that I'd just poise through his incoming charge to sharpen the weapon, and then I poise through any kind of knockbacks to get a nice bit of damage on him there as well. I was watching my health the whole time in that because I knew that, you know, that could have been potentially a little bit risky, but I had my eye on my health and I knew that I was okay. Nice damage again, and I follow this up with some more nice damage. This is where the fight really starts to pick up. I really start to do some good damage at this point. And I'm getting a little bit giddy. Even though I missed that last swipe of the sword there and look a little bit silly. I go to hit his tail because I'm angry and I just bounce off him 3 times. I don't know what that's all about. But I don't mind for long because I noticed that he's limping. He's limping, boys. And you know what that means? It means the fight's nearly over. And he's having a nice little nap. Catch up to him here and he's just lovely and cosy in his little corner having a nice little sleep, but he's about to get a very, very rude awakening. 2 barrel bombs, sir. Charge my sword up, do a nice little spinneroony slashy dashy. I don't actually know if I hit him with this last slash or whether I just hit the bombs, but either way it looks really cool. There we go. Nice bit of damage. Follow that up again. is in all kinds of trouble. He's doing the silly salmon wriggle on the floor again. He's a salmon out of water, boys. He's a salmon out of water. And I'm about to turn him into a fillet salmon in my oven, and I'm going to eat him. I'm going to eat him. Now, I've got to admit, this last little bit here, I do start panicking a little bit. You can see me running around. I'm just trying to avoid getting hit. I know that the fight's nearly over, so I make a couple of mistakes. I go in for a couple of clutch claws when I shouldn't. I take a bit of damage, and you can see now I was panicking big time. If I take anything, any kind of damage off him here, my health's really low and I would have been carted. But I managed to avoid it. I got a bit lucky and I managed to heal my health up. And I'm just back on it. I'm trying to get the damage in when I can. And I am panicking a little bit. I'm panicking. I don't want to faint, but at the same time, I want to get that damage in. I managed to charge through his charge there. Shoulder tackled it, reduced the damage. And now I did actually hit him there. I thought he was going to squash me, but I did actually time that perfect and hit him. I'm just waiting for the bomb there to block it. And again, nice block. And now we're going in for one big hit. We charge it up for the true charge slash, and what a way to kill the beast and finish the hunt. What a great hunt. Ruin a Nergigante. You can see me doing a ridiculous impression there of the big true charge slash. But I was a very happy boy, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this hunt, and I'll see you all on the next one.